Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Captain, and today I'm going to be reviewing and talking about the Hero Point deck for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So, before I get too into this, I do want to say I've got a ton of links in the description down below that you can check out at your leisure. There's a link to BoardGameCaptain.com, a great hub for all things Board Game Captain, as well as my Teespring store, where you can get cool t-shirts, mugs, etc., and my Patreon. Well, check it out in the links in the description down below at your leisure. I want to give a big thank you to Paizo for sending me this product for Pathfinder 2nd Edition to check out and play within my games of Pathfinder and review. This is a really cool product, and this is something that I very much appreciate. It feels very much like the same sort of product that they had released ages ago for Savage Worlds, where they had a deck of cards and you got some cards that you could use throughout the game. Now, Savage Worlds also has bennies, which feel very similar to Hero Points, but in that regard, though, they made them separate things for the Savage Worlds deck. You could use the cards or you could use the bennies. In this case, the cards are the Hero Points. So anytime you get a card, you can draw one of these and they give you all sorts of cool abilities. There's abilities in here which allow you to do things like have a ranged hit just miss you, or have a melee strike do minimum damage. There's some that allow you to do extra powerful attacks, or to for free boost the level of a spell, or things like that. These are all sorts of really cool effects. Now you can still use these cards as a standard hero point. So you can, discard one for a reroll, or you can discard all of them to save yourself from dying. But in addition, having the effects on them is really cool, and it gives all of the players a more individual and personalized set of things that they could possibly do that is different from just, doing a reroll. And that's really cool. Now, the cards have a nice back. There's no art on them. They're just the description of what they do and then a quote. The quotes are fun. So like, for instance, this one here, Opportune Distraction, has a quote that says, "Now you see me, now you don't." And those are really cool. There's a description of the rules here, which are pretty basic, but then there's a bunch of optional rules on the back of different ways to play these. And of course, there's the licensing card, and then there's also a little advertisement card on the critical hit deck, as well as the various spell decks. The cards are great. I really do like these. Even though there's no art, I do like how they're full color and how they do the little filigree on the bottom of them. I like the quotes. It's a bit of attention to detail that was not necessary, but is really nice. And the abilities on these are great. I especially like that a lot of the cards that have specific types of abilities that obviously are only usable for certain characters, like the one that boosts a spell or the one that gives a really big melee hit. These cards, you might look at them and say, oh, well, those are, if I got that, I'd just use it as a regular hero point. I wouldn't be able to use it really as anything because it doesn't work for me. Well, that's not the case. All of these usually say they could be used for you or an ally. So if you got the one that works really well for magic and you're not a magic user, these don't take an action to play. So if one of your teammates is going to cast a spell, you can be like, I'm going to play this card, and now it's a level 2 spell, but that teammate can currently cast level 3 spells. I'm going to free boost it to a level 3 spell for him. That's great. That's really cool. It gives you a lot of extra cool things you can do. Not all of them combat oriented. There's stuff in here that helps you sneak and hide. Lots of really cool things. There's also stuff that helps you protect NPCs for if there's occasions where you're on a mission where you have to protect somebody. The dreaded escort missions, as an example. There are ways to keep them alive so you don't fail your mission. Yeah, lots of really cool effects, lots of variety of effects. And the thing is, remember, you can have up to 3 hero points at a time, and you can get lots of them, use lots of them, and keep getting more. You could really go through this deck and find lots of cool abilities that you could use. I think this is a fantastic way to vary up combat and exploration in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Sometimes after playing a while, the hero points can begin to feel a little stale because all you're using them for is rerolls. Being able to have a second way to use each hero point, to use it to do something else, I think thoroughly can revitalize combat, give you a lot more interesting ideas on what to do, and keeping it a secret so it can be a surprise to the game master when you pull out that particular card and go, ha ha, I'm going to do this thing to help my ally do a really big spell, is pretty freaking awesome. If you can't tell, I do really like this. I think this is great. I'm going to give the Pathfinder Hero Point deck stars out of 10. I recommend this to every game master running a game of Pathfinder. This is a great way to vary things up, and this is something you can even add in the middle of the game. It's not a big deal to add this in. The rules on this are very basic and easy. And I am planning, actually, I have a game scheduled tomorrow that I'm running the Pathfinder, and I'm going to be introducing this and seeing what my players think of it. So there you have it. That is my review for the Hero Point deck for Pathfinder. 52 Hero Point cards for the Pathfinder role-playing game. If you have any questions or comments or concerns on this product, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this review of a role-playing game product and you'd like to see me do more like it, be sure to give this video a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.